wabarakatuh. Welcome in the second video of this lesson 13.5. In the first video, we discuss how to find measures of center and variability. In this video, we will focus on the second learning intentions, which is how to choose the appropriate measure to describe data. First, how to choose measures of center. There are three measures of center. We have the median, the mean, and the mode. The median is a good choice if most of the data values are close to the median. So if most, this is very important word, if most of the data values are close to the median. The mean is a good choice if about half the numbers are below and half are above the mean. So if half the numbers are below the mean and half of them are above, so the mean is a good choice. Or there is another way to decide if the mean is a good choice or not by looking for the outliers. The outliers, they are the numbers that are very high or very low than the other numbers. For example, in this example, we have 4, 5, 2, 11, 2, and 5. We can observe that 11 is very high comparing to the other numbers. So 11 is outlier. In this case, the mean will not be a good choice to describe this data. The mode is a good choice if most of the data values equal the mode. So if most of the numbers are repeated in our example, the mode will be a good choice to use to describe our data. This is the first question in your share and show page 511. They ask you to describe which measures of center best describe the data set that you have. These are the distances that students travel to get to school. So to decide which one is the best, we have to find measures of center, which are mean, median, and mode. To find the mean, first we have to add all the numbers, then we divide by how many data do you have. Here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we add all of them, it's 39, then divide by 6, it's 6.5. To find the median, first we have to order the numbers from least to greatest. Then we find the middle number. We can see that the middle number is between 7 and 8. Either you do it mentally, between 7 and 8 is 7.5, or you can add 7 plus 8, 15, then you divide it by 2, it's 7.5. The mode is the most repeated number in our data, which is 8. Now, we have to use the previous slide to decide which of these best describe our data. I will prefer if you write them down in your notebook and use them whenever they ask you to decide which measure is the best. So the mean is a good measure if half of the numbers are below and half of them are above the mean, or if there is no outlier. And here it's very clear in our data that we have outlier here, which is the 1. The 1 is outlier because it's too small comparing to the other numbers. So in this case, the mean is not a good choice. And the median is 7.5. The median is a good measure if most of our data are close to the median. And we can observe that here most of our data are close, except the last number here, which is 1. So the median, it could be a good measure. The last one is the mode. The mode is a good measure if it describes most of our data or most of our numbers are repeated, and in this example it's not working because I have only 2 8s from 6 numbers. So now we know which measure is the best. We have to complete our sentences here. The mean is less than 4 out of 6 data points, and the mode describe only 2 of the data, so of course the median is the best that can be used to describe our data. Now, how to choose measures of variability? Measures of variability are 2. The first one is the range, and the second one is the interquartile range. The range is a good choice if all the numbers, this is very important, if all the numbers are close to each other, or if there is no big gap between the highest and the lowest value, or no outliers. So the outliers means there's no big gap between the lowest and the highest value. Interquartile range is a good choice if most of the numbers are between the upper quartile and the lower quartile. Let's see this example. It's question 4 in page 511. They ask you to find the range and the interquartile range of the data in exercise 1, which we just solved, and decide which best describe the data and explain your reasoning. So first we have to find the range and the interquartile range. As we said, the range is the highest value minus the lowest value. The highest value in our data is 9 and the lowest value is 1, so 9 minus 1 is 8. Now to find the interquartile range, we have to order the numbers from least to greatest. Then we find the upper quartile and lower quartile. This is the median, as we found it before, it's 7.5. So if this is the median, this is the lower half and the middle number of the lower half of 6. So the LQ is 6. And this is the upper half and the middle number of the upper half is 8. So the upper quartile is 8. Therefore, the IQR equals 8 minus 6 equal 2. Now, which one describes or which one is better? We can see that the range is 8, and I can see a big difference between the highest value and the lowest value. 9 and 1, there's a big gap between them. And as we said, 1 is an outlier. If there is an outlier, the range will not be a good choice to use. Therefore, the interquartile will be better to use it in this case because the range is 8 miles and the interquartile range is 2 miles. The interquartile range is better representation of the data because most students travel between 7 and 9. So the range makes the data values appear to vary more than they do. Now, I would like you to complete the questions in page 511 and share it with me in Class Dojo. You can attend more videos about this lesson. These are some videos that I suggest you can watch them, then start solving and completing your book.